All right, welcome back. Okay. Trying yet another layout for my stream windows. Okay, that works. That does not. That does. Okay. Maybe I just need a third monitor. I think that's basically it. All right, let me go ahead and post these links real quick. Okay, so here we are. We've got our game. I also I may have done this off stream. I think I did. But we not only have building and stuff and placing things like this box, but I also have it now where you can build a. Let's see. Okay, it doesn't work like that. Whoops. So if you try to place here, it's not going to work. Although there's probably some glitches, yeah, like that, where it does work because it detects some sort of collision below it. But that can be worked out. Oh, this is just randomized. I see. It's music. Terrible. Okay. But now we have it where you can select something like this lamp. So I can't place it here. I can't place it on the wall unless it glitches like that. But I can place it on the ceiling. So if I move it up just slightly, it snaps to the ceiling. Now we also have another type, which is for the wall. But we don't have any item for it yet, I don't think. We have ceiling lantern, okay. This is ceiling lantern. Obviously, we'll want a different model for it. There's another thing that I've been thinking about, which is, oops, all of these things are on one mesh, like one collection or whatever. We really don't want that, I don't think. What we want is either to compose these within Godot, so have like log, and then quarter log and half log, whatever. And then we can do animations within Godot, because I don't want to do Blender animations for like the build and destroy sequence. But we're not going to worry about that quite yet. We're going to open ceiling lamp. And then we're going to do save as. Wall lamp. And for now, we're just going to go into edit mode. Go right here. Something like that. stick out that far. Okay. I'm going to duplicate this and call it wall lantern. And this is going to be called wall lantern. Okay. Item scene path we will need to change. Mesh we will need to change. Okay. We have ceiling lantern here. We're going to duplicate this. Open this, change the name. This we can delete. And then we can go to our ceiling lantern in our assets. Wall lamp. Instantiate this. Do 0.3 on this. Okay. Transform, do 0.3 on this. Yeah. Okay. Wall lantern. The interactable is that. Placement type wall. So this snaps to walls. Interactable type, we're going to do toggle. Don't need that. Type is placeable. Okay, now in our wall lantern resource, right now this is using that. We're going to do a box mesh. 0.4, 0.4, 0.4. I think that's what we have for like the yeah, small box. Copy that material, go to our wall lantern. Can I not paste? Well, I'll just do. Oh, here. Paste. Okay, so now it just has a little box mesh. We're gonna make a actual mesh for just assorted items like this that need to be that won't have their own meshes as items. Okay, wall lantern and then wall lantern scene. We copy this path. Paste it there. Then I think we can just duplicate this. But we're going to quick load our wall lantern. Save that there. Okay, so now we have this, this, and this. This is our regular one. This is our wall lantern. Okay, and it does align, and we can place it. Nice. It's kind of a little weird because I picked it up and it did not pick up the correct item. Ceiling lantern, small box, wall lantern. Oh. Oops, no. Quick load wall lantern. Okay. Ceiling lantern. Has ceiling lantern, interactable, needs to be interactable. Inventory, none. Collision shape, none. Ceiling, toggle, placeable. This is a wall one. What's happening here? Okay. Wall is interactable. Wall lantern. Placement type wall, toggle, placeable. Okay. I think it should be good now. It's kind of interesting. Why is that a different brown? Okay. Oh, because we did not give the wall lantern its actual materials. Now it should be the same. Yeah. Can I rotate this? No. Here I can. But it doesn't really change anything because wall mounts just mount to the wall. We need to get some icons and stuff in here, some actual placeholders. Ooh, we got some wonkiness. How does this work? So we've got our player, placeable snap. We have the ground check. Okay, I can see the ground check there. Then I go to one of these and it's pointed up. Okay. And then I go to the wall. And it's pointed straight out. I didn't even notice this before. For some reason so it's pointed straight out. It hits that. And it's pointed in the correct direction. But the moment it hits this, it's still just pointed in that direction. Okay, so target position equals global basis dot z. Then we have negative y and y. So if we're on the floor, we're going down. Here, we're going up. Get collision normal. Global rotation dot y equals new direction. So the collision normal is just new direction dot y. Why isn't that? Print new direction. Let's grab our wall lantern and we're going to give it the stone texture for now, just so we can differentiate it easier. So I pick this up. Okay, it's doing that. Then rotation around the y, x, y, z, so 0.775, 0.45. .43. Huh. Spring position node is how we're doing the rotation. What am I doing here? real quick. Need to take that away. I don't want you running into item scenes. Okay. Oh. We need to do a different layer for these. And then that should only connect with that. Now if I go here and go to my base builder. Nice, okay. Oh. Nope, still needs to run into the ground. That's on 4. This looks at 4. Oh. We don't really need anything on this because it should enable that, and this should just be on 5. Why can't I pick it up? Let's just put it on number 5 for now. We're gonna do 5, 5, but then we also need, let's do items and interactables. I think it just needs to be on that. Monochroma, what's up? How are you? Why can I not pick these up? I've messed up some stuff. Doing good, you? Doing good, yeah. Interaction systems. I have messed something up in my layers somewhere. I was about to start a new Godot project, but something keeps coming up today. What kind of project? Man, why does this just no longer work? Connection. Connection is on. This is connection detect. Interactable is on 1616. That's connections. We don't need that. Well, actually, let's also see and make sure that oh, I can't even build because I can't grab items. It's interaction, interactable. Area 3D. So if I go to wall lantern, no, right now we're just trying to figure out the item scene. Okay. Item scene. Oh, we have item detect here too. That's the one. We don't want connection detect. Well, that can be there too. But item detect needs to be on that. Obscure, what's up? Little Tamagotchi app like desktop companion. Oh, okay, cool. If I download assets for third person and screen joystick, but I don't know how, oh, you downloaded assets, but I don't know how it works. Yeah, third person's, you end up just using, okay, nice. So that works. Did I break this? Okay, no. Third person, you can use things like, for the camera positioning, you can use things like, okay, this is still broken. Like a spring arm to control your camera. Simple controls, it just hangs with you, nice. Door, inventory, shoot, switch weapon, effects. Nice. Okay, so this works when you are only looking in this one direction. So this is a ceiling one, so let me make sure that building still works. Okay, good. When I place a ceiling, then I can switch to this, and it will snap to the ceiling, and I can place. With boxes, it will not snap to the ceiling, but it will snap to the floor. And then the final one is this wall one, which does snap to the wall, but it doesn't align properly. I'm trying to align it to the surface normal. So, placeable snap right there. We need the player one. Placeable snap currently sets the rotation to the Y compared to the spring position node. And if it's type wall, then we get this collision normal. And we set the global rotation to be that. Or do we do... No, that doesn't work. Returns the normal. Because this is a vector, I can't do global rotation on that. Well, what if we just get the raycast? What is it? Target? Or this is a vector 3, this is a basis, and this is a vector 3. I don't think that works. Yeah, that definitely does not work. Copy this over. Because I don't understand this stuff very well, I'm gonna have Gemini do this. this Godot for want the global rotation y to match the global rotation y of the raycast normal. This doesn't seem to work. Cut it down and make it way simpler so I don't have to read so much. Oh my goodness, so many comments. Stop adding comments. I just want to get the normal from a raycast, see what its rotation around the y-axis is, and then apply it to my object. Way less explanation. Goodness sakes. Okay. Okay, we're gonna try this. Nice, there we go. It was giving me so much more before, which is just unnecessary. Okay, now we have wall placeables. What happens if I go here? Can't place, but I could place up there. Okay, now one thing I want to do is we have this spring arm. On my spring arm, what I want to do is I want to make sure that the collision shape We can do convex. New tool does not equal null. Oh, we just have collision shape. Okay. Then we do placeable spring arm dot shape equals new tool dot collision shape. Sphere shape 3D. Yeah, we can do. Let's try this. I don't know if this will work, but maybe. Okay, that does not seem to work. Has collision, okay. Let's do visible collision shapes. I don't see any collision shape for the spring arm. Oh, it says has collision. So it has collision, but okay, unplaceable, placeable has collision shape. Okay, that's not working. Oh, I can't just put a collision shape in there. I have to do collision shape dot shape, I think. Yeah. Nice. Okay. There we go. Okay. Not bad. Okay. Placeable system is done. Whoops. Gather tools, crafting. Toggle crafting menu. Actually, let's delete that. We'll do a new scene in the player scene. Or in the player. Class, name, crafting, menu. Enum. Craft level. It's going to be wait. This is where we decide whether we're doing just a simple crafting menu or if you open up you know what? We need two different things. We need, so basic craft menu pops up with basic items. Okay. Then, when you stand next to a crafting bench, level 1, then when you interact, then it opens up full menu. Full menu could still have the basic. Maybe as like a tab. So there's like basic crafting here and then the real menu when you open a craft bench. Now, what items... How do we do this? Do I have different menus, like attached to a crafting bench? Trying to think this through. Class, name, craft tab. This is going to extend. Let's do grid container. Then we need new scene. Craft item or just a craft card. Change type to a panel container. Craft card. Sengeki, what's up? Craft card is going to need a texture. Oh no, a texture rect. We can actually look at our card component card. Panel container, okay. Okay. Craft icon. Oh, this is a component button. craft button. What's in mind for today? Starting a little bit of the crafting side of things. Let me grab some water. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay. Okay, we have this at least. So if I look at crafting, okay, we have craft tab 1, craft tab 2. Perfect. Okay, we have a little crafting thing here. Craft tab needs to have something like let me think about this. So crafting like crafting tables and stuff will have items that they allow you to craft. Then what we need is reference to this, so craft card. Okay, input, actions. Where's toggle build? So toggle inventory, toggle build menu, toggle craft menu. Okay, this will be crafting menu dot visible equals that, and then copy. We should probably do some current UI state. UI state dot build menu open. Then otherwise we go to closed. Okay. Toggle inventory and toggle build. This is checking as long as the inventory is not open. Okay. So if inventory build menu dot visible is true, Thank you, Sengeki, for the modding there. This just says... I guess for all of these... This is just close all UI. I can just close all UI on all of these. Okay. Why can't I... Okay, I can still get into... Oh, okay. So it's just that is, player.crafting menu.visible. Something like that. I can switch between inventory and craft, which is kind of fine. The only thing is, there we go. I don't mind being able to toggle between them. Okay, there was some weirdness there. Yep, can't move my... Okay, let's try to figure out what that was again. I go into here and then I press Q, and then I can't move. Then I press Q again and again. Q twice, and it gets me back. Toggle crafting menu. Whoops. Let's get rid of showing the inventory UI. Maybe that was the only issue. No, it's just any time after you close out of this, so... Oh, okay. It was just that. Which we should make it so you can't. I don't mind being able to go back and forth between inventory and crafting. Or does not equal player dot UI state dot build menu open. No, crafting menu open. Okay, we'll try this. Okay. Oh. Oh, I think maybe I was fine there. Yeah, I can still build. I think I just accidentally built underground. Okay, so what am I doing next? So we have crafting menu. think about this. So we have craft tabs. We need a craft tab scene. We have tabs. Craft tab needs to have should be node, but it is. Oh, we can do a. No, okay, that doesn't work. Okay, if we get multiple tabs. Yeah, okay. What is item again? Texture, okay. Craft icon dot texture. Craft card, so craft button will do. Whoops. Okay, we'll try this. This has texture 2D. Fire pit and small box. Fire pit and small box. Okay. Lunchbox, what's up? How you doing? Okay, so craft tab basic. Let's do add element, quick load, stone hammer. Add element. Small box. Add element. Fire pit. Okay. Now craft tab 2. This will all get loaded programmatically, but we're going to do pistol and rifle. Okay, stone hammer, small box, fire pit. Here we have pistol and rifle. Okay. We're getting there with the doing good, dog. That's good to hear. We're getting there with the UI. I'm gonna get rid of that for now. Okay, now we need a new scene. Crafting stations. extends placeable. And actually, let's rename this. Craftable items. Export var craftable items. Okay. So now this has, all right, interactable. Whoops. It says interactable there. We're going to need a new item for this, of course. Placement type floor. Interactable type menu. Type placeable. Here we're going to do quick load. I'll do that. Okay. Item, we're gonna need a new item. Okay. It does take a long time to add new stuff when we're building it out like this, but it is fine. Basic crafting bench. Save. We're gonna do the same. We'll do a 1 by 0.4 by 0.4. So we can tell easily. Material, we can do a quick load. Grab that. Okay. Okay, let's see how this looks. Okay, that shows up there. Nice. I can pick it up, I can place it, and I can't do anything with it. That is fine. But, placeable has handle, pickup, has all of this stuff. When you interact by pressing E. So override in your Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some elements here. Quick load, ceiling lantern. Oops. Quick load, wall lantern. We're going to do that. And let's do pistol or something. Okay. So that's in the craftables. Now, in the crafting tab, we have craft items. Okay, so then in the crafting menu, we can do this. Each craft tab I don't think we need the tab. Well, no, we do need the tab name. Wait, let's see this. Craft tab basic. Okay. Well, we can figure out the name thing later. In the crafting menu, we have tabs. Tabs.get children. If I dot craft tab basic. So craft tab has tab name. Hey, Hyper Game Dev, thank you for the follow. What's up? How you doing? Fi.tab name is equal to basic. Continue. Free. Okay, so we can like clear our tabs here. I want to raid you on YouTube, no pressure at all, but would you be interested in activating YouTube raids, no pressure? How does YouTube raids work? Is it the same as Twitch? Oh. I think my YouTube, hopefully it didn't disconnect. Sometimes it does that. YouTube Studio settings. How does this work? Where's my settings? There it is. Okay, community moderation. All channels can redirect to my content. I think that's it. Okay, we'll see if it works. Hopefully my YouTube stream didn't just quit because I just heard the little ding and I've been having some issues. Oh no, okay. That was my microphone was unmuted but had no signal. Okay, well that's fine. Got about 30 people to send your way. Awesome. Yeah, I have my YouTube chat pulled up, but I don't really know that much about YouTube streaming wise, like all the capabilities and stuff. So thank you. I'll try to show you what we've got going on. Doing, you know, some classic game dev. A lot of this stuff is placeholder, but we have, you know, basic inventory system working. I can pick up items. The best part is I built a build system. These are all placeholder icons, so a lot of these are weird, but we can build for anyone new here. This looks great, thanks. A lot of the assets are still placeholder, they're just Kenny assets, but besides like this hammer and stuff, but I'll be building very similar looking assets for this. The building materials and stuff I made in Blender. But yeah. And let me know if that does work, Hyper. I enabled it. I don't know if it's automatically enabled on this stream or not. Don't know. It's enabled, but I don't know if it takes till the next stream to kick in or whatever. But whatever works, of course, you know, I appreciate the thought either way. Yeah, we have things like doorways. We've got, let's see here. I'll do some stairs. We've got, you know, our ceilings here. And then if we want, we can do like a wood angled roof. angled half walls here. But yeah, we have like a pretty well fleshed out building system. We can even do some triangle foundations. It's not perfect yet, but it works. It's kind of like the game Rust, if you've ever played that. There's, you know, triangle ceiling. So we can have like a little thing like that. Hey, there we go. Now I can see it. Hyper Game Dev and their viewers just joined. Well, thank you, Hyper. I really appreciate that, man. How was your stream so far? But yeah, for anyone new, I'm working on a kind of cozy survival forest game with crafting and all this stuff. We're trying to figure out the crafting system now. We have our inventory and all that working, and the build system and the placeables system. So like, I can go place, you know, a box over here. This box doesn't have any animations yet. I still need to work on a lot of the build animations, but now we can, you know, place stuff in there. But the whole idea is it's a cozy forest game where you kind of just build your cottage, take care of the forest, and yeah, in general, just vibe. There's going to be a lot of creatures in the forest as well. But yeah, really like the art style too. Yeah, and this is actually pretty similar to how the art style is going to look. Like I said, like these trees and the mountains, like rock features and stuff, are from Kenny assets. But I'm basically going to be doing the same thing. I can show you my other games, and the art style is very similar. I love just doing really ultra low poly because it's way easier, way faster. And if you get a nice color palette going, it looks good. Cozy feeling, yeah, that's what we're looking for. I love the little glow from the fireplace, a little flickering. But right now we're mostly working on just building out the systems so that, you know, everything, you know, works in general. But we have a lot of little build components. I'll need to do the animations for when you build, so when you build, it'll like come together in front of you. But yeah, we are getting there. Oh yeah, and then we have like placeables that can lock on the walls. I'll place this a little higher. I'll just do it above the door. Like that. And then we also have ceiling mounted ones that only go on the ceiling. And then we have placeables that go on the ground, you know. I do kind of want to figure out how to make these align better because it's kind of hard to make them align freehand. But yeah, you can start setting up your base. I want it to be where you can do a lot of decorating, basically, because I want like my wife to be able to play it and enjoy it, you know. Stream was good, nice. I'm kind of just vibing with your game. It looks so nice. Thanks. Yeah, this is. I'll show you the previous project that got me. Whoops! I just instantly started this one again. The previous project that got me a lot of the way there in a lot of the systems. I didn't make it properly. Quick to project list. It wasn't really like thought through. I made a lot of the same systems, but they didn't. They weren't like scalable. So now I'm trying to make a scalable solution where it's a lot easier to add items, a lot easier to add building components, a lot easier to add crafting table, like new things to it so I can scale it up. I'm still really happy with where this went. The art style is not, it's kind of in shambles because this is Prototypeville, but I'll make it a little more vibey. Time 1, toggle time. Whoop, not tiggle time, toggle time. So this is the, I got pretty far into this one. Technically we're underwater, you will see that in a second, but I jump up onto this guy. A lot of the icons are for some reason missing. But okay, this is the general, this was the thing I was working on before. Like I said, a lot of icons are missing because I accidentally pulled a lot of them out of this project. But the idea on this one, which I probably still will do some element of that, whoops. In the new game, but you have a mobile base, pretty much. Scalability is important. Yeah, this one, I built all the systems, but they were just thrown together and I didn't think about it. How long have I been Godotting or game deving in general? I think around 2 years now. The first year I did the most. This last year, I ended up moving all the way to Finland from the United States. And so it's been like really hard to keep up with it. But now I'm like fully settled. And so now I can pursue it more. So now I'm getting back into it, but about 2 years. But the idea with this game was going to be, I've changed it up now in the new project, but you are going to be on a mobile base. You could, you know, place down boxes and you had this, but then you also had like this little craft menu over here that was going to be expanded. So now I'm working on that. But the main thing is like, I'll go into flight mode. You've got this big mountain dude who you can tell where to go. And the idea was going to be that he carries your base around. Moving can take a lot out of it. Yeah. Yagich, what's up? How you doing? So this was, you know, the main plan. I had some of this artwork is kind of meh because I kind of reworked it, but I still like the trees and stuff. And then I played around with this water idea. But the main thing was like you go from place to place. You know, you chop down trees on these islands, almost like Raft or something. Gather resources and then build up your base. Maybe you get more of these walking mountain dudes. And then you get a nice little chain of bases that follow. You know, you have one that's the lead one, and the other ones are kind of chained together by some sort of bridge or something, you know. But that was the hope. But like I said, a lot of the issues in this game are the fact that it, like, if I want to add a new building component, like a wall or doorway that looks different and everything, it's just, it takes a long time to add it in because I built the system poorly. The new system is a lot easier to do that. It's still kind of hard, but, and the new system is built off of a plugin I made that will eventually be updated because it's not fully finished yet, but it is on GitHub if anyone is interested in playing around with it and wanted to see how I'm doing the builds. I'll pull up the DS Base Builder. You can go to this GitHub. It should be public. It's not fully up to date. It's been a couple months since I've done anything in it. And it's not super well explained in this, but it has a little test project where you can play around with the build system if you want to figure out how I'm doing that. But so much here mechanically. The game seems fun, but yeah, learning how to scale better is one of those things that takes practice. Yeah, I'm in the middle of learning that curve myself. No, it's a lot. It's like, because I can build all the, in that previous project, I built all the systems. Now I'm working in my current project, and trying to build them correctly from the ground up. Mobile base idea is so cool though. Yeah, I think I am going to stick with that. There's some tech issues I'm going to need to figure out. because I have it working, but it's just not. It's a really janky system that I put together. For anyone who wants to see any of my other random projects that I've started over the past couple months, there's this one too, which was more just, it's not even really a game, it's just a visual thing. I'm going to pull some assets from it. As you can see, I already pulled the fire from it. But, show them. Okay, so this one was going to be more of a story-driven thing, but I abandoned it because it was going to be way too much animation and way too much storytelling and stuff. Because basically, the idea of this game is you live on this tiny planet, but then you can use a teleporter to get to other planets that are a lot bigger and experience stories. You don't even really play much. There might be puzzle elements or something. But otherwise, what you do is you just experience stories on other planets. So on this planet, this is your hub world, and you are literally just this little cube of energy. There's some creatures that live on the hub world, which I'm going to pull these guys into the forest game because I love these guys. And these grass bros. These guys like to burrow down and chill and look like a tuft of grass. And after a while, they get up and move around. These big rock golem dudes, I just like. Style is so palpable. I like the low poly with good color. And with just a little bit of outline shader. It doesn't take much. Like, I don't want to learn Blender to the point where I'm making really realistic stuff. Is that the one with all the vignettes? I'm trying to think of what you mean, Yagich. But like, I don't want to get really good at Blender unless I'm trying to make a game that's realistic, but I don't really need to know how to do that. But I do like doing this low poly stuff. Like this kind of animation I can do. It's simple. We've got solid colors. We have 0 textures. It's great. Don't ever have to think about textures. It's just color. So I'll take us to the first world that was being worked on. And you basically pop out, in this world, you pop out right in the middle of a battle. With, on a sci-fi planet with tanks and auto turrets and spaceships getting blown apart. And you follow, originally you were gonna follow like a big mech team as they battle their way through a city, and you literally just watch them do it. You don't really do much in this game. You just kind of experience. But, once again, it was gonna be tons of work, because animation, these tanks always shoot right for some reason. But it was gonna be a ton of animation, a ton of storytelling, which would be fun, but it's just a lot of work. And each level would only be like 10 to 15 minutes of story and would probably take months to like get in a workable state. So more realism is higher expectations, lower probably gets to be artsy and creative, more for sure. I love it. And you can really go stylized. Yeah, these tanks are, I do like these little tanks. And these spaceships. And the auto turrets, which are just these little yellow orb things. And just watching those things blow apart is fun. Vignette is like a little story. Yeah. Yep, city battle, that's the one. Yep, this here. But I think it's just too much work. It kind of is like... It's fun. I love making these settings and stuff, but... It's just a lot. Whereas like survival style crafting games, you just build systems and then you don't have to think as much about the story. These tanks are now glitching into each other because they've killed all the enemies. And then I had just started working on another one, but it literally is just a landscape with some trees. That's all it is. I was going to have like a little cozy village that you visit here, and just some things are happening in the background. But yeah. Would be fun, but once again, a little bit too much work. And then there's the one where from, I don't know, about a year ago? I'm trying to think. This one, which is kind of what all the Walking Mountain game was based on, because I first introduced him into this project, which this was going to be a puzzle game. So now you can see how many games I have started and then abandoned. But this one here, I'll go into flight mode. It was going to be just some sort of a puzzle game. Where you just explore a world and do puzzles. And the Walking Mountain guys were involved in this. Finishing is tough, but not letting it get you down makes it okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of fine with all of these abandoned projects, because every single time you just learn so much. Like, I'll float up on top of this guy. It's pretty dark right now, but once the moon comes up, then we get a little more light. There we go. There we go. So yeah, now we've got, you can see another one over there in the distance. I'll make this guy walk towards him. But these guys were going to be involved in the puzzles originally. But once I made them, I was like, I need to make a survival game where you can build a base on top of these guys. Because the moment I made these guys, I'm like, you need to be able to have, like, to just build a base on it. It just sounds cool to have a mobile base. So that was the plan. And like I said, I'll probably still introduce these guys into the new project. But I'm trying to get all the crafting and building and all that set up first. Oh, he's going to run into me and then knock me off probably. Huh? Yep. There we go. I'm now, I think... No, I'm not stuck. Okay. But I do just love these guys. Like... Anyway, back to the real project. This one is definitely more scalable. But I'm also trying to figure out if I'm like over-engineering some things and whatever. Thanks for the showcase. Hey, thanks for checking it out, for watching. So what we are currently working on is, right now we have a craft menu. Which is this one right here. Very simple, basic right now. Not really too worried about the UI look. But what I want is when you, let's say you put down a crafting box, I want you to be able to press E on it, and it opens up the crafting menu with a new tab, and then it also has the basics tab. So this is the basic tab. which has the stuff that you can craft without a crafting table. So like your basic axe and your basic, your simple tools. But then when you get to a crafting bench, then we need to do this. So this, my basic crafting bench here, placeholder box mesh. Right now I have 3 items here that are that are attached to it that it allows you to craft. So we need to let our crafting menu know to populate a new tab with these items, basically. And the crafting menu has craft tab. Okay. Add tab. So we're gonna pass in maybe the array from each crafting bench. So we could do something like player dot crafting menu dot add tab craftable items. Something like that. Okay. Now, when we do this, then we do clear other tabs, I guess. And then we do var new tab equals craft tab dot instantiate oh, this needs a type. Craft tab. Okay. So now we have our new tab. We could do craft items dot length or dot size is greater than 0. Then we load cards. This is only for the basic one, I think. By the way, on our crafting menu, craft tab basic. We'll see if this is working, because it didn't seem like it was. Oh, now it says basic there. Oh, because I put that here. Name equals tab name. Nice. Okay. This is craftable items, and then we need add export var crafting station name string. We'll do placeholder for now, and then I guess in our we can pass that in, crafting station name. Basic crafting station. Or no, I'll just do a crafting bench for now. That means in our craft tab, no. In our craft cart, nope. In our crafting menu, station name is a string. equals station name. Okay. And then for I in items, new tab dot craft items dot append I, add child, or tabs dot add child, new tab, I guess we'll see. Okay, it's there. Nice. When I pressed E, it didn't open the. So we need to do player dot toggle craft menu. Oh. We can do a quick check here. If player dot UI state, oh wait, current UI state is equal to player dot UI state dot crafting menu open toggle craft menu false, and we need to do player dot crafting menu dot clear other tabs. I think this should do it. Nice. So when I just go into this, then just the basic crafts show up. When I go here, then we have basic and crafting bench. We need to make sure that the order of the tab is correct, because I don't want the basic to show up first. Do I even want it like this? Maybe. Yeah, I think I do. How do I do that? Change the order of tabs in tab container Godot. Let's take a look. Drag to rearrange enabled. Okay, that's interesting. Tab alignment. Set tab alignment. Alignment mode. Left. That's drag rearrange. Godot docs, yes. I need to use them more. Current tab. I could just do current tab. Like... Can I do that? Will it know? Oh wait, no. Whoops. Something like that, maybe? They're so good. Yeah, they're super helpful. Okay. Press that. Nice. It pulls that up first. Press E again. Go here. Nice. Okay. Sick. Now, crafting doesn't do anything yet. But we're already, like, pretty close. And a crafting station is a placeable. All crafting stations can have this. They will have their items that pop up. So now we can have multiple crafting stations, and it should just work. Oh, that feels good. Okay. What do I work on now? Do I just go straight to crafting? I think so. Let's go to our craft card, and let's do it without any resources yet, because we don't even have, like, gathering in this. So I should also do, like, a debug menu where I can just add things to my inventory and stuff. But, so each craft card has the icon and the button, but we also need, hey, DCB, thank you for the sub. Appreciate you, man. Just var item, I guess. We just put the item in there. Let's kind of janky build this first. Okay, we have craft item. We should grab a quick signal here. We'll do craft item. Item does not equal null. We'll just use our global clearbar dot inventory. Not add item to inventory. Item. And we'll do 1. Okay. Now we're setting that there. Okay. Let's see if this works. Put that down. Go here. Pistol. Nice. Pistol, 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 pistol. We can add wall lanterns. Ceiling lanterns. What happens when we go too far? Okay. Not enough space in the inventory to use method add item to inventory. Get total space for item. Okay. This is my inventory add-on. I'm glad I added these little assertions because it's nice for this. So, get total space for item. let's not call that until if global dot player var inventory get total space for item. This returns a then we can do that. Else we can have a label here. Craft label dot text equals not enough space to in inventory to craft this item. And we'll probably want to make it so you can craft multiple at once, so we'll be changing this up to be however much is, you know, being crafted. But we will figure that out. Okay, let's test it again. Not enough space to craft. Okay, obviously that's aligned terribly. But it works. We now have an inventory full of these things. Oh, what's going on here? Why can I still craft? Let's drop a bunch of these. Okay. Yep, I was still able to craft there. Because we didn't exit out of it, but we need it to exit out of it even if we leave. So that means on our interactable, nope. How does this work again? Placeable. We have our item detect. Body entered, blah, blah, blah. Area entered, interactable. Okay. Current focused interactable equals area. Then right now we're doing it where we close secondary inventory. Toggle craft menu, then we close all UI, change that, blah, blah, blah. Ah, but this is if current focused interactable dot parent, or actually no. If player, or no, if current UI state is equal to UI state dot crafting menu open. Something like this. We'll see. Okay. Ah, but when I go here, it still doesn't do that. So crafting menu dot clear other tabs, I guess. Okay. So when I press E, then this shows up. When I press Q, this goes away. This happens. If I go over here and press Q, that does not happen. If I go here, press this, that opens. My state management probably needs to be reworked. Oh, 1 second. Let me see if I have time. Okay. Okay, that's nice. And we can still craft. Oh, wait, when I pick that up. It's interesting that it's like that. Oh, it's because I probably rotated it. Yeah. Okay. Now we can go to our crafting station. We do crafting menu.add tab. Okay, that's that. Crafting card. I should probably add like gathering and all that. But first, what I can do to test this is I can just, in my crafting menu, craft tab basic, I can just add, so to test this, quick load, wall lantern, pistol. Okay, we're gonna save that. Now in each item we have required. So, stone hammer resource, we have required items. For stone hammer, we're gonna, for now, we're gonna require pistol. And we're gonna require 2 of them. Okay, now what we can do Go to the craft card. Craft item says item does not equal null. Then we do this. So we need to also check let's do if global.playervar. Well, first let's do check if the item dot required items dot size is greater than 0. So if we require stuff to build, which everything will, but item dot required items. Let me think about this. So this is a dictionary, item, and integer. Okay, so we're going through. Now, how do we do this? Get total quantity of an item. It's greater than or equal to our wait, how am I accessing these? Because which one is the key? The key is a stone hammer. Oh, I forgot to even do this. Quick load, pistol. Let's do 2. Okay, now. Okay, I can do keys. Wait, no. I guess that works. Item dot required items dot find key I. No. What is this? The list of values. Okay, so this is in the keys. So I think I just need to do I, like that, because that's an int. So if total quantity of an item is greater than or equal to the required item's amount, here we're going to go up to here. We're going to say of course, then you run into some weirdness where it's like we need to check if we have space before we're checking. We do a Boolean turn false. Has enough. Boolean equals true. We could do this here. Okay. So we're going to check if they have enough resources. It has enough, we're going to say true. And then in the required items.keys, if the total quantity of the item is less than the total required. Okay. Actually, we'll just say has enough resources. I'm going to just put a comment here. We'll need to check if crafting an item will eat enough space to, crafting an item will consume enough space for that item to get added to inventory. I'm not going to worry about that right now, though. Okay, we've got craft item. We do this. So if has enough resources, true, then we craft item. Else, craft label text equals not enough resources. Actually, we can do that here, and we can say okay, so the only one that requires items right now is the hammer. So I can go here. Oh, actually, I can just do it like this. Stone hammer. Not enough stone hammer. Oh, because I'm doing the wrong one. I.name. Save that. Not enough pistol. Perfect. We do not have enough pistols. So now let's craft. Oh, we could just do this. Pistol, pistol, pistol. Now we can craft a hammer. We can craft small boxes, all that. Okay. Now we need to actually, in the craft item, inventory dot do I just have remove quantity of item from inventory? Okay, that's just from there. Okay. Quantity of an item from inventory. This needs the item, the inventory, and the quantity. So now we need another for I in item in item dot required items dot keys. Then we do this. Dot required items. That should be okay. Okay, let's see if this works. Not enough pistol. Oh, I can craft it if there's 2? I thought I set it to 2. Yeah, 2. Oh, this should be just less than. The total quantity is less than the required items. Okay. Okay, nice. We got crafting. I can craft pistols. Craft a hammer out of those pistols. Craft more of these pistols. We'll see. Let me just craft a bunch until I'm full. Oh, now it broke. Add item to inventory. Okay. This is because here we're doing else craft. We just need to return here, I believe. Okay, not enough space. Okay, now I can try to do that, and it says not enough space. Okay. Which, in that case, is actually correct. Interesting. Clicked. Drag from inventory does not equal null. Invalid access or key parent on base. Let's try to figure out what this is. Why can I not? Okay, now I can. Drop container hovered and drag from inventory does not equal null. Then we do this. Access parent. Do we just not have the parent here? Which is fine. We're just going to do global.main there. See what happens. Hey, it's been chill to watch, listen to your work. Thanks for sharing your dev. Good vibes here. I'm trying to get some sleep, but hopefully I can catch you again sometime. You got this. Thank you, Hyper. I appreciate the raid. Nice to see you. Hope you enjoyed. And yeah, go get some sleep. Recover your strength. And yeah, it was good having you here, man. Appreciate you. Okay, that's interesting. So when I click, but it's just not letting me actually drag it. That must be something with my inventory UI. But yeah, take it easy, Hyper. Have a good one, man. So what happens if I hover? Interesting. So it's all there, like it has this little indicator, but then when I'm dragging something, how is it when I'm dragging? Weird. Drop item container. For some reason when I'm dragging, maybe it's on the slot UI. Maybe it's on my input. I think it is on my input. My left click. Is building false return. Okay, that's here. No. That's weird. It's just like not detecting that we've left. Why is that? Oh, because I had just released. Duh. What happens if it's... Oh. Drop items at index. Where's my drop item? We do this check. Okay. We're making some progress. Broken. Oh, that's... Drag from index. Nice. That does close that. Clear tool does. What does clear tool do? Then we set current tool to null. That toggles build state. And toggle build state. Wait. Oh, toggle build menu, I think. Close all UI. Mm-hmm. Toggle inventory does that too. So we have all these things running through trying to close things out. Uh-oh. What's happening? We're getting stuck. Okay, I think I gotta bounce anyway. Yeah, I do. But thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Hope you have a good one. Hyper Game Dev, thank you for the raid. Appreciate it, and the follow. DCB, thank you for the sub on YouTube. Lunchbox, good to see you again, brother. We've made a lot of progress on this, though. Some UI stuff is a little weird, but we've made a lot. This is basically a week's work. Of course, I'm pulling from my plugins that I've made in the past, so. But it's pretty crazy. But thank you for being here. Yagich, good to see you. As well as Sengeki, Obscure, Monochroma. Appreciate you guys. Hope you guys all have a good one. But yeah, I will catch you next time. And yeah, peace out. Have a good one.